Hey there! What's red and very fast? It's a Ferrari. And today we're going to be having a look at this Montblanc Ferrari pen. The Enzo Ferrari, very nice homage to Ferrari in the great characters lineup of Montblanc. Larger pen, certainly quite comfortable I think, but we'll get to that when we discuss likes and dislikes, won't we? The pen was lent to me by Joost Appelboom, which I very much appreciate, and I'll cover the parts of the pen, I'll do a writing sample, and I'll tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. It's a fun pen and a very pleasant writer, so stay tuned. Okay, let's have a conversation about the Montblanc great characters Enzo Ferrari. This is the box. As always with these pens, there is a lot of box action. Enzo Ferrari with his autograph, special edition. What else is that to say? It's a dude in a car. Okay, then this is the second sort of box. Then this is the third box. It's the same picture but now in sepia. Yeah, there is also this extensive booklet. Like, these always come with a lot of information. And then there is, as I said, this third box. In there is space for the actual pen, and you can also get two pens in there if you wish. Alright, let's look at the pen. Allow me to zoom in a bit and show you this pen right next to a Pilot Metropolitan to begin with. It's a bigger pen. It's certainly a larger pen. It's also very clearly that nice Ferrari red, which I'll come back to. So let me talk to you a little bit about the pen. It's 892 euros and 56 cents. That's without VAT, so this is not a cheap one. The red is inspired by the Rosso 70 anni. I do not know how to say 70 in Italian, so I'm not going to try. It's a special red that was used and designed when Ferrari celebrated its 70th anniversary. The finial has the Montblanc emblem embedded in a metal grid on a yellow surface, which is an homage to the birth town of Modena of Ferrari. I don't understand the reference, and I couldn't get a clearer explanation of it anywhere, but I'm sure someone would be kind enough to point this out to me in the comments. I won't be upset. I just don't understand what makes this Modena. Is it known for its silversmithing? I'm sorry, I just didn't get it. And that's just me and probably my stupidity. It says Officina Meccanica Alfredo Ferrari right there. It has the Ferrari horse logo, which those in the know probably have a much better description for. It does say Montblanc, and it says, I can't read this, Le Portera Fortuna. Oh yes, right. Then it has bits there, which I'm assuming are part of a car, just like this. And I don't know anything about cars, so I don't know what that refers to. We do have this nice sort of reticular pattern on the pen and the barrel, which I think is really quite nice. The nib is 14K. It has the steering wheel of a 250 GTO on it. I'll show you that in just a second. You can get these in extra fine, medium, broad, double broad, oblique medium, oblique broad, and oblique double broad. And that's pretty much all there's to it. Then here we have 1802, 1898 to 1706, 1923, which was the lifespan of Enzo Ferrari. Then we have, was it? Because that's awfully short. Now I suddenly get this massive doubt. Okay, someone is also going to correct me on that. Please do so. Then finally on the clip here, which I thought was very nice, we have a quote from Ferrari, which I thought was actually a nice quote. You cannot describe passion, you can only live it, which I thought was quite nice. Okay, this clip is nice and fairly tight. We need about 1 3/4 of a turn to reveal the nib, which has that steering wheel on, as well as 4810 for the height of the Montblanc. It says Montblanc and it says AU585 for the gold content of the nib. Nice feed there, and the section kind of tapers down, flares out just the tiniest bit, and all of this does look very sports car like to me. So a lovely pen. If you want to post it, then you're in bad luck, because that doesn't really work. Piston filled pen, and again, a lot of nice details on it. I will say the red, I think, is very spectacular, because even for me, who knows next to nothing about cars, I will say that immediately struck me as, yeah, it's a Ferrari red. Even I know that. So that is good, if even those not in the know are captivated like that. Okay, let's have a look at how this pen writes. It has a 14K nib on it in medium, and the ink is Waterman Serenity Blue. Just because I have to clean all these things, they are not my property. I'm sorry, I just put in a washable blue to make my life a little easier. It's a nice nib. I found it fairly smooth. It sounds like there's quite a lot of feedback, but I'm writing on pretty much the back of this notebook, which is fairly hard. I have found it in normal writing circumstances to be smooth, consistent, didn't run dry, dog, lazy. Didn't really skip. Really a pleasant writer, I would say. Really pleasant writer. As to its wetness, it is very nicely tuned. I would say neither too wet nor too dry. Line variation, very, very careful. It's not advertised as a flex nib. You can certainly squeeze some out, but again, it's not a flex nib, so be very, very careful with this. Reverse writing is certainly a possibility. Gets a bit drier, but does take the medium to, I would say, a good extra fine. So, a fun pen if you love the Ferrari. Let's talk a little bit about likes and dislikes. What do I like and what do I not like about the great characters Enzo Ferrari? There are really nice details on this pen. I like the finial is I find the finial is very attractive. I like the, looks like ruthenium clip, which does stand out from the rest of the trim. You immediately recognize this as Ferrari red, and I think that is, it's hard to capture on camera, but you do though, if you hold it in hand, and I think that is one of the big selling points. It makes it for a very nice pen, very recognizable. So that I think is very, very nice. It's a lovely writer. I can't say anything but that. It's a lovely smooth nib, not too wet, not too dry, very, very pleasant to use. And that's a big thing, right? If you're going to spend almost 900 euros on a pen, it better be a nice writer, and it is. Piston filler, which is always nice, not just a cartridge converter filled pen, even though, in all honesty, I don't really have any issues with cartridge converters. Still, it's nice that it actually is a piston-filled pen. Sorry. The details on the pen, I think, are very nice. I think the quote on the clip is nice because you really have to get close to see it. See? It's nicely done. It's not filled in with white paint or something. It's subtle. All the details are nice, and I think that makes for a really, really lovely pen. Most importantly, like I said, the writing is just very, very pleasant, and I think that's really, for me, that's the pen's best selling point. Things I don't like so much, well, it's expensive. I think everyone can agree on that. What I will say is, because this big metal turning knob, it's really quite back heavy when you write with it. It doesn't really post which is a good thing, but you really do feel that drag a bit. And maybe that's supposed to simulate a Ferrari, that when you hit the accelerator that things fly up. I don't know. Bit of fantasy there, isn't it? Anyway, nice pen. Expensive, but very, very nice writer. So a very kind thank you to Joost for lending me the pen. I appreciate it. I hope this was useful. Let me know what you think of the pen, if you think this is the right red, because I know that this is a big point of contention. That's all there's to it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope it was useful, and I'll gladly see you later. Bye-bye.